Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is video number two, um, which is really just a recap of my trades from last week. The video I did prior is a recap of the trades from the week before. So yeah, this is just a series of my trades and really and truly just trying to document what I'm doing, and so I can look back and be able to see, like, okay, this is what we were doing. Maybe we can improve here. Da, 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 da. Also, I just want to be more. I want to be held accountable, and I feel like this is the way to do that by showing my trades and knowing that I'm coming on here, showing my trades with you guys. So, anyways, let's get into it. Um, so last week, we had Martin Luther King Day on Monday, so I didn't trade on Monday. On Tuesday, I took this setup. This was the first trade I took, which was a loss, which is crazy. But anyway, let's get into it. So we went long on gold, and let's see what we were doing. Right, so gold was trading at all-time highs. It's literally been at all-time highs the past however long. But so this is what we did. We went long. Oh, okay. So I remember this trade, right? What happened was I was taking a trade that was a part of the trend was up, obviously. But when I got into this trade, you know, it was as though um like we weren't continuing this uptrend. We had kind of, I don't know what they call this, if they call this liquidity, however, but we kind of came down a little bit, then continued going back up. But anyways, so I drew out my supply zone. I saw this break of structure here, which was this candle. We came down and we broke above it. So once we did that, I drew out the supply the supply zone here. And honestly, what happened was when I went in on this trade, I went long from where I went in on this candle. No, there's not possible. Maybe it is possible. But so I went in on this candle, but I'm assuming I went in around here somewhere. Stop loss the end of this candle, and I think that's what fucked me up in this trade at least. So I usually put my stop loss at the end. Oh, y'all can't see me, but it's all right. I usually put my stop loss at the end of the candle that I get in on. So that's where it was like, oh, and it stopped me out. And then it continued going up. So like we would have been fine. This was a trade where it went and it hit once almost four. However, I think the issue was just that my stop loss was just placed maybe too tight, but that's just how I've been doing it. But I'm wondering at this point, should I start moving my stop loss to just the end of the zone? The girl who taught me to trade, shout out to her trading journal, Camellia, she always places her stop loss at the end of the zone. And I've just been like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because I just feel like that's too large. Like for that to be a one to one, you'd have to wait so long. And I don't like being in trades long. Um anyway, this is a trade I would just like chuck it up to. Yeah, like it just wasn't for us. Cause normally my trades, as I've back tested, my trades, I don't need to have the whole zone. If it's gonna be a good trade 9 times out of 10, it's fine. Like I don't need to have the whole zone. Anyway, so that was the first trade of the day. I felt like this was a good loss. Like it just wasn't doing what I needed it to do at the moment. That's okay. Hold up. Oh, so we're going this way. So the next trade that I took was on gold as well. It was another long. We made We made $600. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. Um, Let me see. Where were we? Where were we? Okay, so for this trade, we were also, gold is moving up, so we obviously want to take buys. For this trade, I got in because this was another. Okay, so we had this breakup structure here, and then we came up, we came down. We broke the structure again here, broke up here. So we created a new zone. Now, with this new zone, that's where I entered. I got in here. I mean, I placed my zone here. I got in long. I got in here, and my stop loss was around right here at the end of this candle. So I think I took profits. Yeah, I took profits. I shouldn't take profits so early, to be honest. This could have been a 1-to-1, but we took profits at like a 86.86, which is really crazy. I don't know why we didn't hold on longer. But yeah, so that was a good trade. That was the recap of that. Um, Pretty simple. Everything was really just following our system and our process. Nothing was, out of whack. So we're doing good. Tuesday was we were doing good. So come Wednesday, Thursday, sorry. So the 20th was on Tuesday. We didn't take a trade on Wednesday. We came back on Thursday and we took a loss on gold. And Q just really hasn't been doing what it should have been doing. But let's see. Let's see what this loss was about. Let me see if I remember what went on. Oh, okay, wait. First of all, okay, yes. So we went long. We were going long on this trade on gold, and I mean valid because the trend is up, right? However, um, to be real, like I think, hmm, what happened here, Nate? What happened here? What happened here? Why was this a loss? Oh, I do remember this. I remember this so clearly. Okay. I was doing everything that I was supposed to do, right? Trend is up. We're looking for buys. Period. Period. So we're looking for these breaks of structures, which we saw. We saw break of structure here. We saw another break of structure here. So I was like, okay, say less. I'm gonna get into this trade because we broke structure to the upside. So once I saw that we were able to, was it this? Oh yes, here it was. It was this minor breakup structure trend. Once we broke here and went up, I immediately was like, boom, I'm gonna drop this zone right here and I'm gonna take it once we pounce. This really made me upset because I got into the trade. I'm in the trade. I saw it coming down. After I already pressed the buy button, I saw it coming down and I exited the trade only for it to continue and go up and hit a freaking 1 to 12 or something. I wasn't gonna hold it that long, but like this is just absolutely insane. This is insane to me. But you know what? It's a learning process. I like looking and seeing like how far did this actually go before it came back to my stop loss. This hit a 1 to 8, which is crazy. like a lot of 1 to 8 before it didn't even come back down. This thing kept going. But this is insane to me. Like what all I wanted out of this, I wasn't even being that greedy. I just wanted a 1 to 1. However, I think that there was a lot of fear in my brain about I just didn't want to lose the money. I think I had gone in on this trade with what, $1,000, I think. I had gone in on that trade with $1,000. And it was only after I got out and I was looking back at it, I'm like, it's very possible that I'm just not that I as of right now, I am not exactly comfortable risking so much in a trade. What happened is I was trying to pass the account, and so I was like, I feel really good about this trade, but I didn't feel comfortable losing that amount. I'm working on it. I'm comfortable losing like 500, 400, but $1,000 in one trade, that's a lot. And that's improper risk management. And so that's how people end up fucking themselves up. I was like, I would rather take a little loss than take $1,000 loss. But if we had just left this trade, we would have been fine. That hurts. It hurts to think about. But I've put some rules in place to where that's not gonna happen again. Shouldn't happen again. So let's move on. Our next trade was the next day. I remember this. This was on Friday. I literally, we were obviously on gold still because gold just moves so freaking good. Like, okay, so we're buying, we are looking for our setup. We saw this minor breakup structure here. And so I was like, boom, okay, let me draw up my let me oh, I see what I did wrong. Okay, so there was a breakup structure here. There was also a breakup structure here. I was paying attention to this, right? This is what I was paying attention to, this breakup structure. So I drew my zone here. And I was like, okay. Oh, and that was another thing. When I had gotten on this trade, I got in really, really aggressive. Mind you, I never get into trades aggressive. I like to wait for a bullish closure. If I'm gonna be buying and getting in on a if I'm gonna be buying, I want to wait for a bullish closure. That's my thing. I got in aggressive. I didn't even see a bullish closure, and I just got in. But because of that, I went in really, really, really small. So it was only 36 bucks lost. 36, probably. And then yeah, so it immediately stopped me out. This literally stopped me out because you see this large candle came and just boom came down. So once that happened, I was like, okay, I'm not really bothered. It's not that much. However, I noticed this is the next trade I took the same day. However, I noticed that there was a zone right below, and we closed bullish on that zone, like that I literally also saw. So I was like, oh, it stopped me out because it's coming from this zone. This was the breakup structure here, and boom, it was coming back down here. This is what I should have been watching. So I got into the trade, went long, put my stop loss at the end of this, and then got out for a 1 to 1. Or I think this was one that was like a 1 to 2 or something. I remember that. But yeah, this was a really good comeback. And it was quick too. This was a very quick trade. I love that. Love quick trades. Um, so yeah, this was really, really short. We did not take much trades last week. And oh yeah, so this was, I think I did 157 on my funded account, and then I did 312 on my on my real account. So I just added them both in here. But anyways, yeah. So this was a really really quick video. Um, and yeah, I'm just really really glad to see where I can keep going, and I'm yeah loving learning from my mistakes. I love that every single second in trading is just a chance to learn and a chance to grow. And so, if you guys are interested in sticking along with me on my journey, click the subscribe button. Don't be afraid to follow along. All right, bye.